Hi,
Go.
Beit Chaverim. This week's parsha is Parshat Toldot. So for this week's parsha, we'll be looking into a pasuk in a sentence, a pasuk in the first aliyah, specifically the second part of the pasuk. It says, it's explaining Yaakov. It says that he was Ish Tam Yoshev Ohalim. He was a simple man that sat in tents. So in this pasuk, it explains Esav, that he was a hunter, and then it explains Yaakov, saying that he was a simple man sitting in the tents. So what exactly does this mean, that he's a simple man sitting in the tents? So there are a lot of opinions on this. Some say that Yaakov was sitting in the tents referred to yeshiva. Others say that he was sitting literally in between two villages, two groups of tents. But there's another way to look at it. Yaakov's grandfather, Avraham Avinu, from the past few Parshiot, he had this very special attribute to him, and that attribute was chesed, which we talked about. And chesed, kindness, was Avraham's strong suit, very much. And Yitzchak, Yaakov's father, had also a very special attribute, which was gvura, strength. Now, what's so special about Yaakov is that his attribute was emet, truth. And what makes his attribute so true is that he perfectly encompassed, he achieved the perfect balance between the attribute of chesed of his grandfather and gvura of his father, which hence leads us to Yoshev Ohalim. He's sitting literally between the tent of Avraham and the tent of Yitzchak, between the tent of chesed and the tent of gvura. So Rav Yaakov Ginsburg of Prague explains that this pasuk, the language in this pasuk is matok, is sweet. And why is it so sweet? Because it all comes together so well. So it says, before it says Yoshev Ohalim, that he's sitting in between the tent of kindness and the tent of strength. It says that he was an Ish Tam, a simple man. Now what can this mean? So Rav Yaakov Ginsburg of Prague says what makes it so sweet is that Tam refers to that he was simple, like we have on Pesach, but he was simply complete. That he achieved that the two attributes that he balanced so well allowed him to achieve shalem, allowed him to be complete. So with this, he also uses the word tiferet, right? That it was splendid. That it made his life, this midah, this attribute of emet, made his life splendid. Now, this also explains why in our Shmona Esrei, which we say 3 times a day, why we say Ve'elokei Yaakov. We say Elokei Avraham, Elokei Yitzchak, Ve'elokei Yaakov. The Vav in front of the Ve'elokei refers to the cumulative nature that Yaakov had, encompassing both the traits of Avraham and Yitzchak, of Chesed and Gvura. So what can we take away from this? That not just with Chesed and Gvura, but with any positive attributes in our life, we have to achieve a perfect balance. Not perfect balance, but we could try achieving a perfect balance, and so forth. We would live sweet, splendid lives, just as Yaakov did. Shabbat Shalom.